Hello and welcome. As today's date comes in that of Thursday, it is the 24th day of September 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and the like, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the silver charts in Canadian and then US dollars. Gonna go to the Fibonacci here from, I haven't calculated yet, just something because I'm looking at this now, this key low and this key high, and I'll draw some horizontal rays in on the market. High divided by low to the root of the Fibonacci percentage, 0.618 and so on. And then multiply the low again. That is the mathematics in which I use to calculate exponential Fibonacci. Good luck finding a textbook that is going to tell you such that way. Oh, they'll say high subtract low, multiply the percentage, and then add the low. Not in my world. Not in my world. All right then. So I'm gonna also go over the buy, and I'm gonna be timing this buy because, as I mentioned in the last video, the statement that it made was that in the US dollar term, we'll go to that chart after this, it's going to go down to 20, or at least come back to where we came from. So maybe 24, 25, 26 here. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. If whatever happens, happens. As we can see such within the daily term, from this low, well, what have we done? We had a tremendous gain. But within the gain, how much time did it encounter below the 18 average of lows? We're going to get the exact same stuff within, of course, the American. It has the same look. I mean, the numbers, of course, are within their own currency, but attempting to break down here, not at all. And the same thing here, and that was it. That was the only duration of time at which it spent below. Now, it had this little bit here after the top, and from this point, we've seen price action staying with it, and as long as it's in this little 18 average sort, okay, now we're just waiting. Are we going to have continuation, the upside, new leg higher? Question mark. Answer to that, no. Or are we going to start a retracement reversal of trends? And the early answer to that is yes. And of course, if it fails, that's the only way it won't be a yes. And if it fails, that means it makes one leg lower relatively fast within the next week. Basically, it would get to the 18 average and then relatively fast after that get it above the highs. And that's, of course, if that situation comes into play. If not, the more likely event is that we are going to be facing a situation of retracement. So therefore, what we're going to do, what I'll do here anyway, is I will calculate the Fibonacci. High divided by low. Well, what is the high? Well, it's this period here, it looks like to me. I see $39.72 with the numbers on the top. So that's the highest field that I have. I'll get my Fibonacci calculator. So I take this number and I'm going to divide it by the lowest number. And the lowest number is this low in here. That's $16.45. Now the reason I'm not putting the decimal in is because I set this program to round the numbers. So if I just put 39.72, it'll give me an even rounded number. I don't want that. I want the decimal number. So high divided by low to the root of the exchange numbers, which is the numbers that you can see here. Point those numbers. Up target is 1.618 and the down target is negative 0.618. And I'm not going to be looking at those. I'm looking at these. So the first one is a 76.4 because that's 23.6% of the downside. That came in at 32 and a quarter, or exactly at 32.26. So let's go ahead and put in a horizontal ray at 32.26. We've already went below it. That's not what I wanted to do because the thing that they usually, there it is, to draw those lines in just disappeared. And I have them in there because it's so easy to put in fast. So 32.26, close enough, but I can put the exact numbers in while I'm here. I pushed enter and the zero came in. So the first time it came right down to that level, yada yada, doing its thing and piercing extra. Then the next time, obviously not finding support. So that tells you right there we're going to next key level, which is this what the 618 number is going to be. And the 618 number comes in at $28.36 Canadian. We're not there yet. And most likely it's going to be that's where we're going to go. And it usually pierces extra. I mean, it's close at this stage, but still not there yet. And then below that, we're talking about a 61.8% correction to the downside. And doing such, it would take us down to the level of that of $23.04. And for now, I'm going to ignore this quarter number because I don't think, I mean, it could. I don't think it's going to retrace a 76.4% down. It might not even do a 61.8 because the next one, we get to this next level. Okay, what do we do from here? I'm not going to bar it out that it's not going to find support, which is going to put me to an interesting decision when we get to the silver buying. Because when I do like crypto trading, it makes it so easy when you do portion trading, where I'm like, oh, geez, what do I want to do if I get down to like 28.36? Do I really want to buy? And the answer is, if I'm not sure, or if I really want to buy cheaper, I'll buy some now and buy later. And I know I could do the same thing with silver too, but anyway, I'll get to that in a little bit anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna put the fib lines in. That's 2304. And again, I push enter, and then a 0 is an enter, I guess. Anyway, there we go. So those are the key levels that we can see in here. We take a look at this on, I know the volume, let's just ignore that for now. We have the move that comes down to this line. I mean, how perfect do these lines just always seem to do this stuff over and over and over again? And then when it breaks, it clear, concise move to next level. Well, it hasn't gone to next level, but clear concisely, so far so good. If we rally from here and it's made its first move above the 18 average of highs via that of the single hourly term, then maybe we can come up and resist these levels. And then you can calculate Fibonacci from this high of like 36 low change to this one here and do the same thing over to the upside. I'm not going to do that, but those are just things that can be done along the way. And when you're doing these numbers here, you realize that it's not an uncommon situation if you're going to have a lower high rally, that in the area of where this is where the rally would come towards. And then finishing up the Canadian dollars within the longer term weekly chart. And it's the same thing I mentioned with the American. Okay, we came down the 18 average of lows here, well extended. We haven't even hit a 38.2% correction, so you're not even talking about really anything big at that stage. And we have this whole area where we came from, and whenever we have an exuberant move, and really anything around here is where you expect. I've talked about the three little bears things, a move not too small, not too big. I want it just right. Well, if it's not just right in the sense where it's too big, well, what do I do to adjust the situation? Well, let's find this time frame that isn't too big, and that's going to be on the monthly term, because it's now gotten above this level of resistance to the general area. Okay, so between like 32 and like 45, 46. Okay, that's where it's at. We got the 18 barely starting to rise after it was rising in here. But we got it breaking this level in here. And it's barely starting to go exponential. There we go. Barely starting to rise exponentially, especially amongst the lows. And the key is coming down to this area. You can see that, okay, we had all this resistance in the Canadian fund, 23 high change, 23 any change actually, up to like 27. So 23 to 27 if it comes back to that area. And generally that's where I'd be like, okay, we come back there, I'm a buying. And I am buying anyway. But that's just when I would be going in and pushing the buttons towards it. Let's take a quick look at this on the US side. And of course, I've been using the Fibonacci numbers in here, and they came playing here. And well, the next key number within such, we have one at around 21, and to me, it looks or 20 rather. And it looks exactly like that's where we're going to be heading towards, whether we will or not. I guess time will only tell. But again, a lot of the exact same situations, none of this time below the lows. Come down, establish the support, attempt to break out. We had this attempt to break out here on September 1st, unable to get it going. And even here, September 15, 16 time frame, when it was showing nice little bullish short-term strength. It, of course, didn't do such. But then on the break of this level, you can see clear, concise plays. And this level of support we've seen short-term was just that, for short. Now on to my next purchase. This is not an advertisement for Silver Gold Bull. They're not paying me for any of this. This is just the one place online that I like to buy from. They're Canadian as well. I am. So for shipping purposes, that's basically who I'm dealing with. And yeah, I want to get in the 1 ounce variety. So of course, your own risk, your own reward for buying. I've had nothing but great situations from it, and from them anyways. So this is a lot of it's pretty much all of it is 1 ounce coins. I'm not buying anything lower or higher, with the exception of the one below this, and that's it. 1 ounce Silver Town Buffalo silver bar, 5 of them, and that's it on the bar side. I'm pretty much on this situation going on the 1 ounce coin. I'm trying to think of in my head how many, and I've been actually right now I've been sorting my silver recently for the first time in a long time. All my silver is within 20 centimeters of every silver coin is within 20 centimeters of every coin I got. No, that's not true. Most of it is because I'm just doing reorganizing my silver. And a lot of what I have is a very good variety. I got a good amount of bars: 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce. I got 1 kilo. So I like to have a good variety of different things. They're also like, you can, if you got enough of them, and I mean, whatever, you need a lot, but you can also do like Lego fun with it. I mean, not the greatest, but just if you're good with it, you can just move stuff around and make small little stuff. So one of these days I might want to do that. But again, I'm not really purchasing it on bars much on this one. This is like a blah blah blah, like a constitutional type coin. So it's not, each coin is under an ounce of silver. It's $26.60 Canadian. 2 of them, and then Silvertown Saint got in silver round, 2 of them. Just a random one of these, and a lot of like 2 and 3 or some of these other coins. 2020, I like these coins, but I don't have any 2020, so I'll pick 2 more of them up. Sunshine Mint, Morgan silver round, just to have, I suppose. A roll of 2020 Maples, a roll of American Eagles. I got about 4 or 5 rolls of Canadian Maples. I've only got 1 roll of Eagles, and actually that was given to me by Mike Maloney many years ago in a little promotional contest. And I mean many years ago, like 10. Thank you, Mike. It might have been 11, or I don't know. It was like at the end of last decade, start of this one. And then just 1 ounce assorted premium silver rounds or coins, 10 right now, but this number will go up or down based on price changes and what I'm actually going to spend. And then some fun stuff, some more expensive coins. 1 ounce 29 Robin Hood. 2 of them. 2 of these Star Wars coins. I like to have a bunch of these just here and there. You never know what kind of demand will come into play from who might want them. Also good for gift situations too. Just, you never know. Just to have good variety. 1 ounce Roaring Lion silver coin. 1 ounce Star Wars. Or 2 of them. Only got 1 of these, which is Barbados Lionfish silver coin. I already got 1 already of this, but a 206 Maple Leaf sealed flex coin. I'm just a fan of these sealed coins, and I got a lot of 2001s that have a very high cost on here. They're selling them for quite expensive, and I got about 15, 16, 17 of them, so that's pretty cool. But the sealed 2001s go for a huge premium. Not like the 1997s, but I'm thankful that happened. That was like my first ever big buy. Back in 2008, I got those coins. 2019, Leopold V, 825th Australian Mint for 2 of them. Falkland Islands. I used to play Risk, and the Falkland Islands was a sub-series on it, and that's why I knew all about the Falkland Islands even 15 years ago, because of the video game. It's down in the Africa area, because that's where the video game part is. 2 of them, 1 2018 St. Helena, I might pronounce that wrong, U.S. trade silver coin, 2 of them. 1 2018 Z-San Sanis silver round coin, definitely not Z-San Canis or Canis, I don't know. Pronounced incorrectly in one of those 2 or both of those 2. 1 ounce assorted silver round, 15, and these numbers again just go up or down. What you give me is what you give me. And then 4 empty tubes. I just used my last empty tube. I got like 2 coins in it, but I got no empty tubes left, so just to have them now. So I got 4 of the 39s, 1 of those, 1 of these, a Pegasus, 1 of those, just to have. You never know. I mean, not like it costs much. It's like 1, 2, 3, almost $3 high change, $4 high change, and then another like $6 in high change to buy, almost 7 for the rolls, like nothing. And it's basically, this is a 100 ounce or so coins, rounds approximately. I think it's 101 when I counted, plus of course those other 2 coins, so 101 bullion ounces of silver. And then that number is just going to go up and down, because one of the things that's fun to just check the market, and was like, when I went to bed last night, it was $39.55. Now it's over $4,000. And that's what I want to spend right now. Around this next order is around 4. And yeah, that's free. Just whatever. I hate free shipping over 3. It used to be 5 for the longest time. So I'm so used to casually like, okay, when I buy, most boardable buys for me, it's like 5, 6, 7, 800 bucks value wise. And I've had a few here and there that have been larger, especially back at the start of 2018 for obvious reasons. But yeah, so that's basically how I'm looking. Get this assorted in the 1 ounce. They're easier to liquidate, but I like the whole combination of like, if you got a whole bunch of 1s and then you could have some 5s and 10s. Oh, 100-ounce bars and kilos and stuff like that. Well, how much other stuff do you got? Maybe you want to, if you think about the 100-ounce and stuff like that, even bigger if applicable. If you're making a monster purchase, you're talking about buying a house, you're buying a car or whatever, or just cars, whatever it is that you're talking about. It's still easy to do 1 ounce 1 ounce coins when you got like monster boxes and stuff, but still doing a 100-ounce bar transaction that way when you're talking about a big exchange, well, that's why you want to have them as well, I think. But obviously I'm not in position right now to be considering a 100-ounce bar. I do have a lot of kilo positions, but I mean, I got a lot of them to the point where this is why on this positional trade I'm going to be looking to get the 1 ounces and see how it goes from there, or see where, when I say see how it goes from there, after that purchase. And then what do I do from that point? Where's my funds going to come? Is it going to be fiat currency? Is it going to be cryptocurrency? How large of a size do I want to buy? And of course, if this market go down to like 20 bucks, it won't be 100 ounces. It'll be like 120, 100, whatever extra will be. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.